The Nevermore series! I can never get enough of this series, actually. And I wanted to reshoot it because, well, the first series was terrible, and I never had volume on the first game, so now I have volume, hopefully. So, yeah. Let's play. Let's see what I can actually get up to this time. Games and tunes. Play it. Okay, press space to jump. Yeah, this is a Skyloft. Oh, they had to make that easy. How does a kid do all this? Wouldn't this just be, like, a really cool idea for, like, a... because the lore of this game is obvious... Well, it's obviously rich in lore because of, the fact that I'm very curious as to what the story is behind this game. Why everything is like it is. Like Storm Brewing. Click. Hey. Please stop hitting me. Please stop hitting me. Please, stop. Ah! Okay. There's not much really to say about this game, about this one. See, first of all, I just came out of the library from the city that I got to via the Skyloft. So now I'm on the other side of the city, out of the library, and a storm is brewing. Now my question is, because of all those upside down pirate ship symbols, is that some kind of is this some kind of pirate zone, or is it some kind of trading company like the West Indian Trading Company? Now, at the same time, okay, see this tokens, 18 tokens. I have 18 tokens, but that's the thing. You see, we have, well, this thing is, the entire place relies on mountains, sky rails, and zeppelins to get around. Walking around, you find that there are ruins everywhere. Ruins of what and how? Here in Saskatchewan, we have ruins. And it is really cool to go around those ruined old places, old stone places. I went there a lot as a kid, and I really want to go there now. And it's like, oh, wow, all these stone places. Just old stone places. They're just old. It makes you think, what happened? What happened here that made this place crumble? People abandoned it. Why? What happened that people had to abandon it? So, that's kind of a good question to ask. Oh, shit. I'm dead. I died! You can die in this game, apparently. Well, I am reasonably sure this, oh, fuck. Oh. That's easy to get up now. Okay, so, yeah, I just got from the Skyloft now to here, to this, small city district like we have here. Now a library, nice and quiet. Very quiet, very nice. I'm not going to be hitting myself with it. Instead, okay, like I said, I'm reminiscing about the fact that this place is rich in lore because of all the miscellaneous background art. The guy who made it, I think his name is Adam Westerman. He, well, I think he unintentionally made a whole bunch of lore for this place. Maybe. I mean, look at this. Way up high in the mountains, because this, the island of Nevermore has lots and lots of mountains that you literally, you know, that's why we have all these high mountaintop buildings and zeppelins and stuff like that to get across. I like the concept of using zeppelins, even, because zeppelins is, you know, kind of different. Using a zeppelin is very different from, you know, using... Ah! Oh. Thrift aplenty. Rice Dreams. Jimmy Lasser's PG. Okay. There's a train that goes underneath all of Nevermore, I'm assuming. Okay, getting through. There's a more high-tech vibe in the first one. There's a very high-tech vibe in the first one. Here's Nevermore 2. I'm going to put these all into one video. Just because. Hearthstone. All in one video. Here's Nevermore 2. See the title? Can't fit it in properly. Maybe I can. But all in one video. All in one. Games and Tunes! Here's the prequel. We'll let this one slip. Start. Why don't you stretch your legs by chasing that squirrel up there? Yeah, stupid squirrel. Yeah. Hey, Oleg, if you're quite done scaring the heck out of that squirrel, why don't you go see Thomas, the shopkeeper? I hear he's been looking for you. Now we get into some story. Ah, just the guy I needed to see. You know, yeah, my friend, Graham from Sebmos, he has his own channel, of course. That's his, channel for him and his friends. MJRF is his, main channel, actually, his gaming channel. He actually offered to be a Minecraft, voice person for the upcoming Minecraft movie. At least I think there's a Minecraft movie. He told me that there was. I don't know too much about Minecraft. But he told me that he actually signed up to be, this Jamaican guy in the movie. And he's Polish, so I don't know how that's going to work out. So I'm going to do the best Graham impression I can. Ah, just the guy I need to see. I've got something very important that I got off the black market. I'll let you have a look if you promise to do something for me. So what you say, Oleg? Fancy helping? The rewards will great. Great. Well, this is what I got. It's a treasure map, my dear boy. Us? Oh, we're in Nevermore Forest. Is the forest? I gotta go up this mountain. Actually, no, I gotta go, like, via the mountain. Kind of through the mountain. I actually, what I did was, I kind of went over the mountain, and then, wow, here's the city that I went through, recently, and then the last one, and then here's and then Take the skyloft up here. And here's the city. Here's the small village. That reminds me so much of Saskatchewan. From what my tiny brain can gather up, this map shows the location of an ancient mine full of treasure. I'd love to go myself, but I'm too old and I have to look after the shop. That's where you come in. If you could go to Central Nevermore Skyrail Station, then you could get a lift right up to the main entrance, mon. You could even get a Skyrail to CN. But unfortunately, Shawbrook... Oh, it's Shawbrook Force. Shawbrook Skyrail Station is closed for today, so you'll have to go by foot. Shouldn't be so hard for a boy like you. Just think, with all that money, this could be the richest town in all of Nevermore. Rock on. I just came from my mini village. Where you going? What are you doing here? This is my perch. Now scram! Is this a bird? Squawk. Don't get any noise with this. I think the third one's got to be one of my favorites. Just because it's the third one. I used to have so much trouble with that. CNN. All Skyrails cancelled. No! Ah! Platform 1. Shut up. I said shut up. Here I am at the Skyrail loft place. Ah! Boom. Ow. How do I? Whoop. Boom. Okay, here we go. Into the river. This place is expansive. It's huge. I'm going just, there's the rocks of Nevermore. Go down there and here's the forest, the abandoned place where only the people who don't live in the village, in the town, live in. And it's very quiet down here and very, very nice. And here are the, hang on. Oh. I had so much trouble with that the first time. Never realized that that was there. Ah. This stream. You got noise. The stream. I keep on dying on this. How did I die? How did I die? Is this game testing me? Testing my loyalty to nature? Or is this a glitch in the game? Okay, never mind. Secret clifftop pirate hideout, go away. Hey bird. Bird. By thunder! What are you doing here? You can't just stroll into our den like this. We'll have to teach you a thing or two about privacy. I would be dead. Attempted murder. Hang on. I'm gonna go into a new position because... there we go. Oh, nice. A little hill in the distance. A mansion. Abandoned, I'm assuming. Considering the state of everything else here. Hey, some forest spirits. Also, my idea. They call us monsters, these humans. They call humans monsters from Shawbrook. Well, everything else is like a forest spirit, an ant. Everything else is like an anteater or a mouse, or just something miscellaneous like that. The Shawbrook monsters, humans are considered monsters. So what happened? Did the humans kind of coexist with the anteaters, and then just kind of sit down and try and kill them or something like that? And it's like, oh. But yeah, I'm assuming that that's kind of the thing. More lore of the game, I'm assuming. Where there was a war between humans and anteaters, and then no one won because they had a peace treaty. Instead, well, now we have zeppelins and sky rails. So here's Nevermore 3. Now we have sky rails. Nevermore 3. And I'm lucky this actually fits into the little box that I made for the recording. Do I have to click on something? Ah. Hey, here's a tree branch. It's loading. I like how this one is more tapped in with nature, and it's just kind of more mystical than the others. The second one was more, had more to do with basically nature itself, going out into the kind of, I don't want to say prairies, into the forest, and kind of exploring. Now this one has more to do with small town, village, and actually completing a quest. Yeah, it's like a movie where it's just like, oh, I've got to carry on. Flashback. What happened? Then, like, and then, meanwhile, it's just like, continuing on. Yeah, movies like that. So, yeah. The branch is loading, 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 loading. Also, this one was actually more expansive, and, well, of course it was more expansive, but the thing is, you could also walk around into different areas. It wasn't a linear fashion. At the same time, it was also the fact that, well, you'll see. The forest. you have the kid actually running, and he's got a backpack on. And it looks older now. He's added in kind of more lore to the thing. The place is really old. It's dingy. It's almost run down because of how old it is. How old this entire place is. Look at this. 2 Zeppelins. Here's kind of well, here's, I'm assuming is just like a bus or something like that. Hang on a second. Nevermore relies on these. Everywhere else relies on Zeppelins. This is like in the distance. This is way in the distance. With a whole bunch of planes and other stuff like that with it. Which means that, basically, this is an important ship carrying like a dignitary or something like that. This is just a pirate. If I wait long enough. Also, this is a ship. This is a ship. This place is steampunk. It's awesome. This is a ship. A sky ship. Wow, this place has so much lore. It's interesting. It actually interests me. How much lore there is. You could write an entire book on what the history was, and how one kid decided to save his village. The war. If you guys watched the other playthrough of Nevermore, I did, then you know that the war took place with the ghosts. Which is what probably caused all this. Of course, that was like thousands of years ago. And this place is all run down. This place was probably built about 1,000 years ago or 100 years ago. Super old and super decaying. Nevermore 3. Steampunk, about 100 years into the future of after the Ghost Wars. Hey, here's Sharbrook. It looks like this could probably be Sharbrook. This game is still awesome. Lapidarian Heights. Way after the Ghost Wars, about 100 years after the Ghost Wars. These things still exist, and it's very rundown now. Hello, Squire. Welcome to the Lapidarian Heights, Nevermore's finest mountain. It's a grand day you've chosen for an adventure. Why not visit Mosstown, just on the other side of the moor? Enjoy your stay, and no littering, okay? Okay. Don't say that letter a third time or else you're racist. Yeah. Hey, what's down here? I got a hat. Hey, guy. This just reminds me of on the prairies near the river. Especially that. Reminds me of the prairies on the river. Reminds me of just, sitting by the river. One of the goose projects set up near the North Saskatchewan River. There we go. I don't really need to go back there. But I will if I need to. And I kind of want to. in a way. Just because it reminds me of the Goose projects. You know the. Hey, bud. My eyes don't deceive me. You're a monster from Sharbrook Forest, aren't you? Boy, you a long way from home. On some kind of adventure, yes? Looking for treasure? Hmm. What a scrappy young little kid like you would be wanting for treasure. This wouldn't have anything to do with the well-being of your town, would it? Yeah. Oh, yes. I've heard all about the state of affairs down in Shawbrook. I don't know about no treasure, but old man Gotcha might know a thing or two. His house is on the other side of the gorge to our right. Go see if he can help. Good luck, bud. Thanks. Need a phone. Steampunk and phones. I want this to be a thing. I want this story to be a thing, and I want the lore of the story of this game. I want the lore of this game in a book, and then, hang on, if you do it just at the right angle, you can see him with like, he starts tap dancing. Ouch. That could be spooky, but I don't want to be. I fell down the gorge. The upper lands. Here's the river. Here's the gorge. Didn't I tell you to go away? Moss Town. So many memories. So little time. Oh, who is that now? Are you a forest spirit? Well, Mr. Forest Spirit, it appears I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I've lost my glasses. I've another pair being made at Brumblebeats, but in my state at the moment, I can scarcely make it down the stairs, let alone to Grumblebeats. Oh, say, Forest Spirit, would I be worthy enough to be granted some help? Run back and pick them up for me. If you do, there may be some spirit treats for you. Okay. I can't jump up there. Let's go to the upper lands. Yeah. The inscription reads, "Here lies Chief Darlow, here to free the Nevermoreans from the imprisoning Dolorous tribe." So that's the lore of it. That's how this. Yeah, I was right. All this place is shabby, and all this place is ruins because of the Dolorous tribe. Chief Dorado. Darlow. So I managed to get some lore of the game just by going back here and, something I never noticed before. Upper lands. I like this. Look at it. You drop down here, and basically you walk and you wade through the waters. You come in through the prairies, and you go up. You climb up this little rock formation, and you enter into kind of the sewerish area. Ooh, wow. And then you come out of here.
Too right, mate.
Bloomin' hell! He's always losing these. It seems looking for glasses, that guy, is a full-time job. Making glasses for him. I wonder where they'll all go. Where they all go. Where do they all go? Shit. You heard it first, folks. It's 11:15. God damn it. I was so afraid I was gonna fall off. This is like, oh shit. I'm in Tosstown now. Here's his house. He's guarding the entire place. Ah, much better. I can see again. Hang on a tick. You aren't a forest spirit. You aren't a forest spirit at all. No, if my memory serves me right, your name is Olek, right? How do you know my name? It might be as a shock, but I know a fair bit about most folk in Nevermore. Bet you want to know how? Well, you seem like a trustable little monster, so I think I can let you in on this. What? Climb up onto my balcony to the left. There's something very interesting up there. When you're done, come back down here and talk to me. Oh, it's a guy. Okay. How odd. It's called the zooscope. It looks out over Nevermore and picks out things of interest to you. It very much wanted me to look out over you and your town. I know all about the situation. You're on a treasure hunt to get funds for your poor town. What a good boy you are. As for the person who sent you, was Tuomas his name? I have a bad feeling about him. Oh dear. Yes, I fear his intentions may not be as good as yours. He disappeared shortly after you left. Not that I intend to scare you, but I'd keep a lookout for anything suspicious on your travels, if I were you. Us Tosstown folk will keep our eyes peeled too. What about the squirrel? Well, I suppose you're wanting to get back to your treasure hunt. I'm afraid I don't know too much about treasure, but maybe the zooscope will be able to help you. Why not give it another visit on the balcony? Who are these guys? They're all anteaters, by the way. Ah, it must be telling you to go talk to Eric and Jake. I wonder what they'd know about treasure. Them and their secrets, I don't know. Well, I'll open the gate down to the right so you can get to the street. Good luck, Olek. Thank you, Mr. Gotcha. Bye. bird. Okay, so here's Moss Town itself. You got a stream running through there. Here's a house. There's a house up there. There's a toque. I could stare at our lake forever. It's so peaceful. Maybe it's just my old eyes playing tricks on me, but I can almost see spirits playing in the waters. Nice. Why, hello, young sir. What brings you to our quiet little town? Was it coffee? Because we should have a lot of it here. Ah, coffee can wait. You say you're on a treasure hunt? How exciting! Well, it just so happens your search may be nearing its end. In the days of our youth, we worked in the very mines this town was built around. Demand for the gems we mined dropped, so they were eventually closed. Basically, demand for the mines dropped, for the gems dropped because the tribe was actually hidden behind there. Not too many people knew about it, but there were rumors about it. The legend has it, at the end of the mine's lifetime, a large cavern was found. In there was a grand door that nobody could open, and not even the strongest of tools could crack. Just imagine what ancient treasures could be in there. Only problem is, it's a legend. It's only a legend, so who knows it's true? Well, actually, Eric, that isn't the only problem. If you recall the route to the mines, you remember that the bridge has been broken for quite a while now. Nobody has needed to go that way in a long, long time. Yes. But all he needs is a new battery, and we've got plenty of them in the tool shed. Just needs a nimble young lad to climb up and fix it. Where's the shed? It's up on the rooftops, as is the route to the mines. The stairs that used to lead up there are broken now, but you can probably get up there through Mr. Gotch's house. Thanks. See you later. Okay, my quest is coming to an end. Here's the moss gate. I wanted to hear more of that. This game has one of those feelings that just kind of says, hey, I can be played again and again and again. Also, it's a forest. I love forests. Listen to that. I know most of you don't appreciate birdsong. Those of you who do, that was lucky. Okay, mining hat. I got a C in there, don't I? Ow. You know, I feel like listening to Ghost Reveries right now. Anyone know who Apeth is? Here's the bridge. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Let me just... Ah, the mines are up there. Here's a mountain face. Someone has made their home in for some reason. I suppose these guys dig a lot, so that's why they're good miners. I'm not getting that hat. Jump! This game is quite beautiful. Looks like there's something down here. A button, perhaps. Want to press it? Okay. So, the town is down there, and you needed to actually go up, climb up there to get to it, to the mines. Go through the fence, and you'll reach the staff room, basically. Well, the building that the mines was built over. Like the building that was built over the mines. Here's an old excavation. Here's where you'd make your meals, sleep, and stuff like that. Basically the staff building. This place is whimsical and creepy at the same time. You make your meals here, and then you climb down there. Oh, there was a light down here. Here's the generator. I got a gem. That's worth a lot of money nowadays. Turn on the generator, turn on the lights. Here's the equipment. You come down here. And then what? Shut up, Bonzi. Oh, it's a piston. Old Nevermorian. Technically, Nevermorian hasn't exactly died out. We're getting really deep into the earth. We're getting really deep into the mountain, and then there's basically I'm going to come out on the other side of the island, literally. I've come out on the other side of the island through a mountain. I've gone down into the mountain, down to like the bottom of it, down to like the beach level, and then I've come out on the side of the mountain and come out into the beach. And it's just like, what? It's not really like what, it's just like, wow. I went really deep. Look at that. Where all the water leads. It leads into the mountain. This game is really amazing. I mean, it's simple, but how much story it has behind it. And it could have behind it. The potential that it really has. The musical score is awesome, too, I should say. And basically... Ooh. needs to know that you're worthy. So you cannot break it. You must free them when they are good. I've literally come out on the other side of the island. Nobody goes to the beach anymore. Who are you, strange traveler, and how did you get in here? Through the door. Huh? No way. This is excellent news! Come with me, little friend! You must see the others! Greetings, small one. Many thanks for releasing us from our tombs. Who are you? We were once great and feared race known as the Dolorous. Oh no. Our terror was widespread over the mountains of Nevermore. So feared that when our hideout was found, in the dead of night, the people of Nevermore sealed us with a powerful spell. This is your hideout. It looks beautiful. How can you be so evil? Also, is there only like 6 of you left now? With no food and no light, we became what you see before you. Death not only stripped us of our bodies, but also of our rage and blindness. If we could make up for what we did, we would 1,000 times over, and put our guilt to rest. But we were led to believe that this could not be a reality. It was until you strolled in, young sir. We are so happy you came and opened the door, Oleg. If you will let us, we would love to return to your village and become its protectors. Did I tell them about the situation? Or do they know about the situation? Protectors of the village. Oh, I get it. They're gonna foreclose on the village because you haven't paid our debts. Now we're gonna be protected. Yes, all of our pink friends here concur. Then we can finally let go of our terrible past. What do you say, Oleg? Can we come with you? Of course, follow me. Oh, ho ho. I think you've done enough running for today. No, I haven't. I wanna go traveling again. I wanna see the entire place again. I can think of a much more exciting way of getting us home. Have you ever seen a bunch of ghosts morph into a super ghost before? Nah, thought not. The NES. It's like, climb aboard whenever you're ready. Okay. This place is truly beautiful. What, are you freaking kidding me? This is the treasure I've followed you across the whole island, disguised as a squirrel to steal? Oh wait, he's Jamaican. Remember. This is the treasure I followed you across the whole island, disguised as a squirrel to steal. A big purple ghost. Do you have any idea how hard it is being a squirrel? They aren't made for long distances, you know, man. The great Turmas doesn't shapeshift for laughs, I tell you. Bah! To hell with your ghosts. There's got to be something expensive here I can plunder. See you later, suckers. I collected all the gems. Or the only gem that was actually there. What a jerk that guy is. Like, what a jerk that guy is. If he's not careful, he could end up in a situation like we were. And we don't wish that on anyone. Well, I'm sure he'll learn that on his own. Anyway, let us fly! Here's the moss gate. Very memorable. I like it. Here's where I came in. Skyloft. This is from the first one. Jump across and yeah. Here's the stones, the ruins. The end. Beautiful. There's a bunch of... You can play it on DeviantArt, download the engine, and go to the very old house. I want to have adventures of my own. They seem to be of an anarchic state in there. To be of anarchy is not like, you know, to have without rules. Of course you have rules. Within the like it's like, you know, no oppression. You have rules such as don't kill and don't take what isn't yours if you don't need it. If you need it but don't have it, share it. That's anarchy. As well as being of nature, that's anarchy, technically. This game is anarchist. It's also really awesome. I encourage anyone to play it. Okay? It might not be a thing because it requires a lot of, you know... this third one, it requires a lot of backtracking. But, if it's not your thing, that's fine. But I love the scenery in it, and I love it. It will always have a special place in my heart. I'll leave you with this music as a solemn reminder of what we have achieved today. Hang on, we haven't really achieved anything. We just helped this kid in a video game. So, I guess it's just a really good game that leaves you feeling, that leaves me feeling very good. Well, I gotta get going. I can't record forever.